Hey, how's it going, you guys? My name is Demize, and in this video I'll be covering all the new best armors that were added in the Terraria 1.3 update. The reason why I'm grouping all of these together is because I'd rather have one concise video rather than 4 different ones repeating almost all the same information and just spamming your sub inbox, so yeah. Also, don't worry because I will be posting individual videos with specific loadouts including each armor type's best weapons and accessories and strategies in the near future, just like I did for the 1.2 update, so you do still have that to look forward to. But for now, this is just going to be a crafting guide for the new armor and a little demonstration of each that will hopefully help you decide which you want to go with first. So for each of these armor sets, you will need 144 Luminite, which translates to 36 Luminite bars, and 45 fragments of whatever type of armor you would like. To get the fragments, you must defeat the Celestial Towers, which there is 4 different types of, and that correlates to the 4 different armor types. If you're in expert mode, you will have a chance to get more fragments per pillar than if you were in normal mode, but regardless, if you don't have enough of a specific fragment type, you can either summon the pillars again, or you can craft the fragments that you got from the other 3 pillars that you may not care about into the fragment type that you do care about at the Ancient Manipulator. And the Ancient Manipulator, if you didn't already know, is the crafting station that has a guaranteed drop from the Lunatic Cultist, which you have to defeat in order to start the attack of the Celestial Towers during the lunar events. Now for the other half of the crafting ingredients, you will need Luminite, which is acquired as a drop from the final boss called the Moonlord. This final boss is summoned after you defeat the 4 Celestial Towers that we just spoke about, so you cannot actually use this new endgame armor against him on your first time, as you do have to beat him to get it. You will also most likely have to defeat the Moonlord at least twice to be able to get the 144 Luminite that is required, as each bar requires 4 Luminite, and you need a total of 36 Luminite bars per armor set. Once you get enough of both of these ingredients, you can head over to the Ancient Manipulator once again and craft whatever type of armor that you would like to. Each of these armors are the best of their type, as they should be, because you can only craft them after you defeat the final boss of the entire game. Now let's talk about exactly how each of these armor types stack up to their previous best versions. For the Summoner class, the Stardust Armor is a clear winner, as the previous best was the Tiki Armor and the Spooky Armor, or some weird combination of both of those. While this armor only provides slightly more defense, it does allow for an additional 5 minion summons for a total of 6, on top of the Stardust Guardian, which is the set bonus for this armor, along with a 66% increase in minion damage. The Sardis Guardian is kinda tedious to get used to, as you do have to double tap your down button and give it a location to fight from first, so it acts more as a sentry rather than just attacking nearby enemies as it follows you. So while this is the better summoner armor, you will still need to use the other class type weapons, especially in expert mode, as you do need all the attack power you can get on top of the passive minion attacks. Next up, we have the Vortex Armor, which has a total defense of 62, which is a decent upgrade from the Shrewmite sets, which has at most 51 defense. The Vortex Armor set has a total of 36% increase in range damage, along with a 27% increased critical strike chance, 25% chance not to consume ammo, and 10% increased movement speed. The set bonus is the ability to toggle stealth by once again double tapping the down button, and while you have this active, it will increase your ranged ability and reduce the chance for enemies to target you, but in exchange for that you will lose some movement speed. So unlike the Shrewmite armor, this Vortex armor just gives a straight increase in range damage no matter what type of ranged weapon you use, and it's over double that of Shrewmite, which only gives 15% more damage for a specific range type weapon. Next, we have the Solar Flare armor, which is the new best endgame melee armor, but in my opinion it's only just by a little, as it's some sort of combination of the 2 beetle armor variations, but not much more than that. It has a total of 78 defense, which is only 5 more than Beetle Shell armor, and has a 22% increase in melee damage, 17% increased melee critical strike chance, and a 15% increase in movement and melee speed. The set bonus for this armor is a solar shield that regenerates over time to protect you, and can also be consumed all at once to perform a dash move and attack your enemies. So yes, this armor is better than the previous best melee armor, but maybe it's just because the Beetle armor was already so good that they couldn't really improve on it too much without making the other classes not as strong in comparison. And last but definitely not least, and maybe even the best, we have the new mage armor called Nebula Armor. It has a total of 46 defense, making it only slightly better than the Spectre armor, but it also has 60 additional mana, 26% increased magic damage, 60% increased critical strike chance, 50% reduced mana usage, and 10% increased movement speed. And on top of all of that, which already makes it pretty comparable to the Spectre armor, the Nebula Armor set bonus has a chance for small flames to appear when you hit an enemy. There are 3 different types of flames, and when you pick them up, they will give you a certain buff depending on the color. So the blue flame increases your mana regen, the red flame increases your health regen, and the purple flame increases your damage by 15%. Each buff only lasts about 8 seconds, but when you pick up another one, it'll reset the timer, and it can also stack up to 3 times, giving you a stronger benefit until the timer runs out. So this flame buff concept might not seem too promising at first, but when you're fighting multiple enemies or a boss, your entire screen will quickly become littered with them, and they work pretty well in my opinion. And that will do it for this video. Make sure to let me know what new armor is your favorite in the comments below, because I am curious about what you guys have to think about all this new stuff that was added. And also let me know which new items you want me to see me cover, as I do have a list of things that I want to make videos of, but maybe you guys have something a little bit different that you want me to see cover first. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and yeah, have a nice day.